Hi guys, just ignore that yippee in the background. Our dog had puppies. It was a couple months ago. They gonna talk to you about some of the anime I've been into lately, and over it. I finally finished Gurren Lagann. I thought it was a great series. Is at the end, and that it's definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite at this moment. Yes. That is also one that's been a bit of guilty pleasure for me is Transformers Energon. I mean, I only watched Armada when I was a kid. I never watched much Energon at all. I mean, by all possible recognition, I should hate it. I mean, look at it. The effects, the CGI effects are really plasticky. Rain's good, and I think Brad Swale is definitely ashamed that he did it. But to be honest, I actually kind of enjoy it for its campiness in a way. It's definitely that kind of anime. And noticed that I started watching a lot of anime at the request of friends and through Facebook. I've got personal contacts. Thanks, and gotta tell you about some other experience with that. Hey, show. Ah, that show. Okay, I'll just have to bear with that. It's not going anywhere. Okay. Hey, and first one is Bleach. I mean, I noticed this has been a bit of a contestant series in recent years, as I had never really got into it when it first came out, but I guess it seemed kind of cool. I mean, we have this guy who can see ghosts, as he ends up coming across this girl who gives him the ability to fight these creatures, fight these ghosts. And I actually enjoy it. It seems like a nice concept. But to be honest, I was really reluctant to check it out at first. Yes, especially since I, after years of trying to stay away from it, I started to watch Naruto, and I was actually quite disappointed by it. Yeah. And so, okay. So far, here's general realized thing, what I've seen of Bleach so far. I mean, in the first arc, the first part, the substitute, I thought it was kind of, I mean, it was passable, but just feel, that sort of thing had been done before. I mean, I acknowledge it's not the first that's used that sort of plot. I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho beat it by a couple of years. Yes. I mean, now, okay. Yes, I mean, some of the other characters that, I mean, I understood what was the thing, and with the abuse with Ichigo and his fighting with his father Ishin. Shut up! Come on! No, I said shut up! Alright, gonna take a quick break, thanks, and then I'm gonna stop. Just started. Sorry about that. Probably shouldn't get kind of rowdy. Okay, where was I? Yes. Bleach. Needs, I think, some of the characters that, I mean, Ichigo, kind of, for some reason, he reminded me a lot of Bruce Wayne, as and a lot of his movies and similar to how Bruce Wayne became Batman. And Rukia, he's a nice character. Orihime, some people hate her, but I don't know why I found her appealing. Chad, he's by far my favorite. But I mean, sort of like at first I sort of liked his powers better. I thought he had a better backstory, and I don't know why. Somehow I always insist that Ichigo's mother, the Misaki, drowned rather than being eaten by the Hollow, because I find that more believable. You know how some people can't take the fact that Superman spun the Earth backwards in the first movie? The Grand Fisher. That's my spinning the Earth backwards. I really don't know why. Just couldn't feel it the same way I thought I would. right? But I digress. So right, now this one really brought my blood to a boil. Don Kanoji, and he was meant to be. He was a paranormal show host. Who's they claim supposedly later on he gets all these powers, but because of how I reacted to him in his first time, I really just find him too obnoxious to care about whether he thoughts. I actually been hoping he would die in every appearance as they made it in, and I find him that annoying. I mean, he's almost as bad as Tingle. Well, I consider them annoying. I don't know why, but there may be some notion in there that a lot of the adults in Bleach seem to be idiots. But, alright. Okay, I bagged on about this too much. Now, there's also Kiseki Uhura. Oh, no, Uhara, sorry. Hey, I find him to be nice. He's an eccentric old mentor. I tend to like those guys a lot. Just bear with that. They're out of there. And anyway, there's also the okay, that's my thoughts. And anyway, it's the substitute arc that I found formulaic, and it was okay, but could have been better. Okay, now next one on the entry arc, where Rukia gets kidnapped, had to block his Soul Society for giving away her powers, and then the other people had to go in and rescue her. Okay. That had improved animation, and improved writing, and sometimes they were better. And a lot of the characters is more interesting here and there, but I was just gonna throw out two more that I couldn't stand. And there's let me have three. There's Ganju, who's a spore rider, who was a spiritual entity, but he made him. But he honestly makes Homer Simpson look like a lodestar horror movie, and I just want to punch him in the face so hard every time he appears. Anyways, another one. Okay, here comes my second one. It'd be a Matsumoto. I mean, you can try and claim she's a female empowerment, but to be honest, she has not actually done this single thing on screen justify his appearance. And the fact that Tide Kubo, I don't know what's said towards the woman, but he draws their breasts so enormously large, that I find that offensive. I am really against the objectification of women. I'm by no means a homosexual. I have been trying to get into a relationship, but I really don't like it when the looks are exaggerated over their personal traits. There's also another one. That brings me to my third one, Kukaku. I just could not stand Kukaku. I think not at all. So, yeah, I think it's essentially my synchronous Matsumoto that amplified tenfold. She has this enormous bust, and this absolutely grating personality, and I do not feel what a woman should be like at all. Well, anyway, that's my thoughts on the hated characters. As of now, really, it's gonna take a while. Okay, I think it's stopped. Alright, now let's go on to the third season, The Rescue. Well, that's actually my favorite right now. Because that's one of the stuff that's happening where they actually manage to rescue Rukia. The battles get tougher, and even though some of the elements are kind of weird, some of the swords like the Zanpakuto and the Bankai, those spiritual energy, sometimes it doesn't make sense to me. But I do tend to follow it once they get a chance to explain and figure it out. Anyway, and right now, I'm not sure about all these problems with these excessive amounts of filler that Kubo has put in there, but right now I'm only up to the Bound arc, so I can't really judge this. From what I heard, Bound Dog is the first major instance of filler in there, and where that's become a point of contention. To be honest, I actually kind of enjoy it for its campiness. I mean, these dolls, I mean, that's what they're called, all in, all these really superpowered beings, and so they do all these crazy things. Honestly, I think I'm watching a completely different show when those come up. And there's also a fact, you know, Cone, the guy had that little lion stuffy that's become enchanted and sometimes used to store Ichigo's soul when he turns into a Soul Reaper. Alright, now they added more of those stuffies. He's I don't know why I mean, but I guess that was because there's a billion more kids, because this is actually a shonen series, and Japan definitely has very different ideas as to what's for kids, as to what's isn't over there. I mean, for example, Death Note, that would be considered a kid show. Gurren Lagann, kid show in Japan, and that's a general example of that. Yeah. Anyway, that's my thoughts on some Bleach so far. Just give me a minute to catch my breath, and I'll be back to talk about some of the other series I've gotten in. Anyway, let's move on to the next series I was convinced to watch. Our friend Kogias. Yes, and I actually, the first season I definitely liked. I like the fact that there's willing to take so many risks. Yes, I like the fact that there were so many great science fiction elements, and that even many people claim that this is an anti-American series, and I can definitely tell you this is not the case. If anything, this is definitely one of those anti-war story, anti-imperialism, and I don't consider it bad. There are some great science fiction elements. I definitely like the idea behind the Gias and how it's different from person to person. Definitely like the idea that with all these mechas as I have. It definitely had story, and definitely like that the first series had nice ambiguous end. And so okay, so and also I'm just gonna talk now. I'm gonna raise off the characters I didn't really care for. I mean, most of them I liked, but here's one: Rivals. Also, I really didn't understand what the point of is behind him. For some reason, people claimed, oh, he's a mild-mannered student, and then people were full of powers and yes, he's awesome. I mean, he did not come off of that way. I mean, I consider him to be a rather highly useless character. And the other one, Lloyd. I know a lot of time the anime works tend to have these. Shut up! Have these scientists that are really eccentric, and also other really bizarre characters. Ones like L in Death Note, Kimura, Azumanga Daioh. But I just could not get behind Lloyd. And everybody else told me that he was sort of supposed to be autistic, as to in the way he acted, that his brutal honesty and his intelligence. I mean, I'm just gonna throw something out there. I'm autistic, by the way. Had Asperger's for as long as I can remember. And I can tell you that he did not come off that way at all. I mean, one of the things that bothers me most me is that a lot of people don't know how to write people with autism, and by effect, actors don't know how to portray them. I mean, I was really disappointed by the Temple Grandin movie because of that. I mean, I respect the real person, but I just don't think Claire Danes has put in enough into her portrayal like that. And I didn't. So get me off track. The point is I was, and because of this, I was really disappointed with the way Lloyd was supposed to represent me, and I ultimately concluded that he did not. Yep. But anyway, the first series had great animation, and a great story. Let's now talk about the sequel series called Geass 2. I spent months denying that it existed. Finally watched it all the way through, and I was very disappointed by it. It managed to ruin a really great series, is the way they took it out. Now, they kept, instead of trying to expand upon on the war elements and the other issues of racism, they kept trying to pile on twist after twist after twist. Yes, yes, and all the increase of comedy elements, which by the way I thought dragged down the show. And really I did not think it was conducive to the story at all. In fact, I really thought, and still like the fact that they went for a really happy ending as opposed to the ambiguous one that the first season had. And as I mentioned, I really hated Ives and Lloyd. I wanted them to, even so much I wanted them to die, but that does not happen. Anyway, in a word, I did not like Hokey SR2. Okay, now let's get into stuff that I got into on my own. And I picked multiple slice of life series out, many of which contain very surreal elements, and then I've enjoyed the bulk of them. My favorite has to be the first one I picked out, Azumanga Daioh, which I got into it because as the creator Kiyohiko Azuma had previously done the Yotsuba and books. No, not strike that. Had done the Yotsuba and books, which I also liked, but I found out that he had done and the Azumanga Daioh before that, so I checked that out. Okay, and back to Slice of Life series. He's Azumanga Daioh. I really loved the characters in that. Had beautiful animation. There's Chio-chan, and I had to teach a little girl going to high school. I find that idea to be nice. He's Sakaki. She's this really big girl. Hell in a relatively short school. I mean, look at me. I'm 6'2", 210 pounds, and so I can relate to that. And Kaorin, then find her to be a bit weird. And I also find Tomo-chan and just to be a bit of an ass, but find it funny that way. My favorite has to be Osaka. To me, I didn't like Lloyd. To me, that's the right way to do an autistic person in the media. Don't try and downplay their weirdness. Just embrace it. Go into it. And in fact, she's sponsored many memes trying to learn how to float by drowning and kick your shoe off onto a truck to predict the weather. I mean, it's really great stuff. Yeah. There's also Lucky. Okay, next one, such a series, Lucky Star. Because just ignore that. It has filled with really great references to other anime. The fact that the lead character Konata is such a great, otaku. In fact, I also sort of like how Kagami and and hold on, Abi and her sister bounce off each other. Right. Okay, now let's get on. The animation is very colorful. all and all like it should be. And there's also moving later on, and there's Panty Pony Dash, which is one that's completely insane. We had this girl, Rebecca, who's 10 and teaching high school. Well, and the way she puts up with the students is very crazy. There's just a bunch of weird stuff happening in there. Himeko with that really expensive hair. These aliens that come down with her. This one that's a magical girl. Oh, well, I mean, it's just. Well, in fact, and there's also this really depressed rabbit. And also, there's this cat hiding in a vending machine, and it's keeping all the soft drinks warm with his body heat. Which sounds pretty funny. And Now, and also the newest one I discovered, Nichijou. You know, and that's definitely one of the weirdest. And that's definitely hasn't come to the States yet. It's not as well known yet. I'm hoping more people get into it that way. All right, it's going to just keep ignoring that. Yeah, anyway, you there's also the professor, so who is just a little girl. She bought this robot called Nano. Oh, just a bunch of weird things. Her toe comes off. She has roll cake hidden in her arm. And her arms keep popping off at inopportune times. And then she keeps trying to get the professor to take the key out of her back, no avail. Also, two great characters that stuck out at me. This Yuko, oh, who's a bit, who's very stupid, but also really funny. And also her contrast Mio, this girl with blue hair and these little wooden blocks in her hair. And it just seems to do very well. And I think there's also some great stories in there, like the Daifuku Fair. Here, it's about this snack. You can do. And also the fact that there's this rich kid who's going around and biting on a goat, or having his pants changed to hands every time he goes to the bathroom. I mean, it's definitely. I would think that would be an interesting concept for a series, but it is. I really enjoy that one, and I really do. And that's just about wraps up the Slice of Life series. Yes, now let's talk about some of the ones that I've revisited from my childhood. I mean, yes, let's start with the most obvious one, because as you can tell, I am a bit of a Pokemon fan, and I actually got back in the series around 2008 after taking a break from it for a solid 5 years, because I discovered I liked it more than ever. But now let's talk about. I'm really enjoying Best Wishes. I like the fact that it's actually trying to recapture the feel of a classic series. It's a Kanto. And on that now let's talk about how the others. Series Kanto, I loved it. Johto. I really didn't care if there was a lot of filler in it. My belief on filler is that it's necessary in most series. It's the fact it helps develop characters. There's that the slow episodes help us see his character from be all go go go. I mean, I don't like the fact that newer series like Bakugan and Redakai just keep trying to blow through the seasons without ever stopping to breathe. Yeah. Anyway, I kind of missed Rock, but I actually thought it was necessary to get him to leave so I could give Dent or Silent, whatever you want to call him. I really love his eccentricity, the fact that his connoisseur about everything. And Iris is sort of another version of Misty. She has opposed to her portrayal in the games. Misty wanted to be a water leader, a water expert. Now Iris wants to be dragons. Misty was afraid of bugs. Iris is afraid of ice Pokemon. Anyway, the battles almost look amazing. Seeing this they really went all out to give us the best animation they ever could in the series. And Team Rocket. I really didn't like the fact they were coming so bumbling in the most recent season. That I actually support that made them incredibly strong, like in the games now. Another note. Turns out my call is actually a science fiction, by the way. And it also managed to throw in completely insane episodes. Like there's one with Behem and there's Dream Thief, where they have these whole crazy environments on there, like they had Inception. And the Dream Thief was this guy called Leon who had these big round glasses, this taggy suit, and this snidey whiplash mustache. I mean, I just love the fact they didn't even try to hide the fact that he was a villain. Also, as Japanese episodes go, I really like the one where they turned Charles a Heartbreaker, the guy who teaches you rotation bells in the games, and this Kamen Rider as superhero. You know, that was a fun change. And, I mean, people have been ragging on the fact that Ash actually got all of the experience, he's gotten dumber, and that Pikachu's gotten weaker, but to me, that just goes with the territory. It's becoming a prerequisite for anime to have most shown anime to have idiot heroes. Since they far outnumber the ones that are geniuses, as I've noticed. I'll talk about a little bit. It, and Pikachu, I can know that's just being equivalent to starting a new game. And, but he has been able to pull off some good stuff. I mean, I actually can't wait to see how they're going to handle the Battle of Skyla and how they're going to dub a gym fight with Elisa. Anyway, I've been hearing reports that they're stopping that Tommy and Dub temporarily. After they just air the Battle Subway. Oh wait, the second part of Battle Subway one today. And and I really would like to see how much farther they can take this. Actually, I started revisiting some of the other series I watched when I was a kid. I started watching Fighting Foodons again. It's definitely, you should check it out sometime. Ultimus, I'll recommend that as well. And I also got into One Piece. I really enjoyed watching that every Friday. I mean, don't take this the wrong way. Hey, I mean, at the time when it was first doing under 4 Kids, which I can say from clips I've seen recently, and in hindsight, that's complete shit. And now that the Funimation's doing a much better job, I can look forward to watching it. I really enjoy seeing Luffy, and Zoro's tactics. Next, Nami has a really emotional backstory to her. All these characters like Sanji and Usopp. I mean, I just finished the Arlong arc. Gonna go deeper into it soon. On another note, I'm sad Dragon Ball Z Kai is ending, but I really enjoyed it. It is much closer to Akira Toriyama's 10th mission. Anyway, as I thought that's on anime so far, gonna be doing more anime related videos in the near future, so I will talk to you later.